So leadership is power granted to you freely because a follower perceives you to have these three characteristics that I'm going to talk about: credibility, competence, and caring. So leadership is the ability to have influence over things that you don't control. Management is about making decisions, at least you control about things you are empowered to make the decision about. Leadership is influencing people. So things like how hard people want to work, how engaged they are, how excited they are about your vision, these are all leadership tactics. You can devise a strategy, that's a management exercise. Getting people excited about your strategy is a leadership exercise. And so when leaders, CEOs lose their credibility with the organization, with the board, with shareholders, whoever, they're pretty much done. Okay, and there's no real way to recover from that. Now you say, of course, I'm an honest person, I would never tell a lie, but really for the CEO, it's much more than the concept of I would not tell a lie. What you need for leadership is the concept that people not only believe what you say to be true, they believe that you would tell them anything that they need to know. Because what was the role of the CEO as a founder of a company? What does the CEO as a founder do? Well, he does everything, okay? He's the first guy. He's taking out the trash. He may be doing some developing. He's doing some sales. He's doing some marketing. But as you transfer through these stages, what the CEO has to be able to do is give up each of those roles to somebody who's better at it than he is. Okay, and that's the challenge that a lot of founders really struggle with. They have trouble handing off the hat. And at some point, they just fail to hand off the hat. And wherever they fail to hand off the hat, that's where the growth of the organization typically plateaus out until either there's a change or the leader becomes aware. The CEO is the shock absorber for the business, just like, again, using the coach analogy. You know, imagine if you're a football coach and you go down and you go into halftime and you're 10 points down, what does the football coach usually do? He doesn't get all depressed and say, hey guys, we're 10 points down. He says, look, y'all played a crappy half of football and we're only 10 points down, okay? If we just play our game, we're going to go get them. And he tries to pump up the team, right? Now, what does he say if he walks in and he's 10 points ahead? He's like, oh my God, we should have been ahead by 30. What are you lazy people doing? Right? He counterbalances the natural emotions of the team. If they're positive, he's going to bring them down a little bit. If they're negative, he's going to bring them up. And that's what the CEO has to do, which is one of the reasons the CEO is a very lonely position, is because you have to act kind of the opposite of your whole team. So while your whole team's celebrating, you can't get too engaged in that celebration. On the other hand, when your team's down, you have to find the energy to bring them back up. And so it makes the CEO role a very lonely role.